Hey, welcome to Awakenings Within Thursday night. How's everybody doing? So sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have a host, sometimes you don't. I do have a host. He's just not showed up just yet. He should be here anytime. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Yes, it's that time of the week again. Hey, Larry. Hey, Jason. How's it going? Yes, it's that time of the week. Can't believe it already. It's Thursday. All right, so mugs up. Oop, look, can you read it? It says, running late is my cardio. It was a great present from a friend today. So thank you if you're on here. Miss Heather sent it by special delivery today. So running late is my cardio. Apparently I run late sometimes. Wonder who can vouch for that. Yep, mugs up, everyone. I am drinking coffee or tea or whatever. What do you got? Tell me what you're drinking. Come on, Larry. You got to tell me. You haven't told me in a while what you're drinking. Jason, what are you drinking? So how's it going? Crazy weeks, right? We are gearing up towards Christmas. Who's ready for Christmas? You ready for Christmas? I'm ready for Christmas. So awesome here. Mugs up. Yeah. All right. Like there is such a delay tonight. This might be a really quick show. Okay. So Larry is hot Kangen chocolate. I'm going to have to try some of that. You going to send me some at some point? I'll have to try it sometime. With the Kangen water only? Does it only taste good with the Kangen water? I want to know. So, you're boring with water. Oh, that's right. So somebody's getting on a plane. The plane. Safe travels there, Mr. Jason. So, he's going off to a wonderful place. So, but it's not Fiji. There's a cyclone that just hit Fiji today. So what is our awakenings this week? What kind of awakenings within have we had? Let's see. I could have Kangen coffee. I need to try some of that. I'll have to buy some from you. So yes, Larry is Mr. Kangen. If you don't know what Kangen water is, look it up and Larry will hook you up because it's some amazing stuff. So me and Fiji. I like Fiji. I don't know why. I know. A cyclone was hitting Fiji earlier. So a cyclone over there in the Pacific, it's called a cyclone. In the Atlantic and the Gulf, it's called a hurricane. So that is the difference. I had a little factoid for you this evening. So who's on here tonight? Who needs some inspiration? Who needs an extra kick in the butt and some inspiration? Who's on here? Yeah. You have another chai, a chai latte or a chai tea. So who needs some inspiration? How are we doing in this holiday season? It's been a weird week. It's been a weird week for me too. So I did the COVID this week. This is going to be my COVID Christmas. So actually I get off of quarantine on Saturday. So I did test positive and it was like a cold. I was more fatigued than a cold. So you don't know anybody that's had it. I had I wouldn't say it was a light case of it, but I had all the symptoms. I've lost my taste and smell. That's the only thing that's kind of annoying at this point. And you can tell. So I feel very, very grateful and blessed that my immune system worked and I pumped it up with a bunch of different immune boosters. I suggest that vitamin D, zinc, C. I just like pumped it all. Oregano oil. I had some of that. I had cod liver oil. I had all kinds of different things. I took a holistic approach. So, if you're interested, I'll let you know what my little recipe was. Okay. And hi, Crystal. Yay. I'm so glad you're on here. Nice to see you. So yes, the collective energy has a lot of dynamic movement. Yes. I have felt a shift in the last week or so, but I've been in bed for the last 3 days, which is not like me. I don't like to stay in bed, but I did what the doctor ordered. I did what everybody wished. And I actually did rest my body, which is what it needed to regain. So I'm fine. So thank you guys who are all concerned on me. I appreciate it. Mugs up. And I think that everything's good. So yes, the collective energy has a lot of dynamic movement. I feel that. And gearing up for the Christmas season, I've felt a lot of gratitude energy. I've felt a lot of love energy. So I'm really happy about that. Today I watched the Today Show, and in the first couple hours, they actually showed Jerusalem, the holy city. And they were showing, where Jesus walked and all that. That was on the Today Show today. So I was really excited about watching that. So I've been binge watching Netflix. The show The Crown. I've been watching The Crown. I'm up to Prince Charles and Di right now, which is exciting. Which she was my favorite. So anyway, I'm just chit chatting at this point, as you can tell. But I'd like to know, what your energy. You said the energy, Crystal. What is everybody else feeling right now? How are you feeling? I mean, what is getting you through this day, this year? We only have a couple weeks left of this 2020, and I know it's a dimension. I call it Dimension 2020 because I don't think all of the weirdness is going to end on December 31st at midnight. Though let's be hopeful. Wouldn't that be nice? We didn't know it was going to begin last year on December 31st at midnight, the craziness that was about to happen. But what did you do with this time that you were so out of control and that you didn't know what the future, was lying ahead? What did you do differently? How is it that you have coped through this time? What tools are in your toolbox that you used at this time to get you through? Please put it in the comments. What tools do you have? What tools are you going to share going forward? What worked for you, but as you see other people kind of unraveling, how did you help them? What is it that you shared with them and where your foundation was grounded? So it's so important for us to not keep that don't keep that knowledge to yourself. People need hope. People need faith. People need inspiration. So where is it that you have pulled from that you have shared? And Crystal, I know you do. Jason, I know you do. Larry, I know you do. So those that are watching right now that I know who they are, I know you have shared that. Okay, my love is getting me through it all. How feeling? I'm at peace and just wanting to stay grounded for now over the Christmas period. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. That's awesome. Hello, I think I might have a co-host. Hi, co-host. You thought it was at 6:45, didn't you?
Yeah. Isn't it at 6:45?
No, it's at 6:30.
Oh, really? What? How come I didn't get that memo? Sorry.
It's been at 6:30 all the time.
I know. Sorry.
Here, I not that I have to prove it, but there. You
Yeah,
made
sorry.
you made the slide, by the way.
I know.
It's okay.
This is the dilemma you have when you're on antibiotics is your
Yeah.
brain just doesn't always work. So
I understand. We're glad you joined us.
actually it said that on my calendar. I just got hung up on some other crises, and so I'm running
Oh, I'm
late.
sorry.
So sorry.
Well,
Anyway,
you know me. I just roll with it.
sorry. I apologize. to
I'm
all
a
of
roll
you
with it,
for,
girl.
being
You know
late to the
that.
party.
I'm roll with you're just a little late to the party.
But have you already served the Christmas cookies and eggnog?
Yes. Sorry.
Great. I
You
missed
it. Yeah. No, I did the coffee.
Oh, you did?
Coffee.
Yeah, sorry. I
Yeah.
can't do coffee at the moment. It tears me up.
Oh, Jason's saying nice flowers on the background. Oh, I didn't know there were flowers in the background still. Somebody gave me flowers today.
Oh, did they?
I wonder who.
Let's see.
Yeah. He wanted me to ask you something, what you called something. I don't remember what it was. Jason, I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Well, Jason, you'll have to type it in there. So
type it in there. He said, "Yay, Bobby's here."
Yeah.
Bobby.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because yeah, I've been trying to be a really good boy while I'm on the show, you know. So.
Oh, good. AC/DC? I don't know if I was going to ask him about
AC/DC is a very famous Aussie band.
Yes. I was trying to listen to it last night. My roommate
have
didn't
other
appreciate
connotations as well, but we won't go into those because we're a nice show. But
we are a nice show. We have a nice show.
But
Yes,
AC/DC rocks. Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to listen to it last night, and I have 2 Alexas, and I have a roommate, and so I have a temporary roommate.
Okay.
And as I was telling Alexa to sing it out here, in my bedroom, it was also doing it out here in the living room while he was watching TV, and it kept cutting out. I'm like, why is it cutting out? And it was Thunderstruck. And he wanted to know, what do we call it here, Bob? Because they say it a different way. They don't say AC/DC. They say it some other way.
Oh, really? No, I don't know that one, Jason. You got me there.
Yeah.
I have limited Aussie slang from our tours down there, but
Yeah, it's like some kind of, I don't know. Anyway, he'll have to say what it is. So anyway, so I was getting really angry. I was like, why can't I listen to Thunderstruck? What is the problem here? So I had to come out here and go, and what it was happening is he was turning the Alexa off as I was playing it, and so it would turn mine off. And then I finally got upset, I think, and I came out here and threw a little tantrum.
Got it. When it comes to cross-cultural issues, I think the one I get the most hung up on is Zed.
Zed,
yeah. That's because we Americans always say Z, and everyone else, a lot of everyone else always goes Zed.
Zed.
Zed, yeah.
Huh.
So it's a ABCDZ, and I'm like, huh. So I get caught up in that one all the time. I'm like, Zed. Oh yeah, Z. That means Z.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, you probably, I'm sure, in your cross-cultural experiences with the Brits, they'll go, well, I put some aluminium over my pot to preserve my food. And you're like, aluminium? Is that a lost planet in their solar system? What is that? Aluminium?
Aluminium.
I like aluminium. And then they put things in boots and bonnets and
yeah,
boots,
yeah. I forget. There was something that they said the other day that made me laugh.
I remember I was in a situation where somebody was telling me to clean the bench, and I kept looking around for where I was looking for a bench to sit on, right? and I didn't realize that bench was countertop.
Oh.
Wash, clone the, I didn't, so.
Oh, here's his answer. Akadaka. That's right.
Akadaka. Oh, yeah.
Akadaka.
Yeah, that actually sounds very Aussie.
Yeah.
Akadaka.
Well, okay, so I was confused if it was Aussie or Aussie. Like I was like, I thought it was Aussie, but they're like, no, Aussie. Huh?
Aussie.
I know, it's so confusing.
No, that's how they go. Aussie.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's really interesting. So how's it going over in your other part of the world that you work?
Oh, well, it's like here, only worse, it's just
right.
I mean, in reality, it's sort of an interesting dynamic globally, because it's just about everything is, things are just shut down. Except for in certain sectors, right? So the IT world's humming right now. The IT world's making money hand over fist, because
they are.
We're in a situation where we need suddenly IT more than ever, because we can't be face to face, and we're can't be within each other's proximity. So the IT world's killing it right now.
Right.
But IT in Africa is very, very, very limited. So, Africa, we talked last week about with my exhortation to everyone. Yeah, I understand what the rules are, but there's a human need for interaction. We do need interaction. Well, African culture is interaction on steroids. It is a communal culture. It's a deeply family culture. You have, aunts and uncles aren't genetic, they're not in family tree, they're relational. So, you got aunties and uncles and all these people and 10 moms, and and so it's been very, very difficult for Africans.
Wow.
And so it's gotten so bad there that some of the governments, are using the military and the police and beating people up.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it gets bad. So there was a story I think it was on Monday. There were two guys that went to a mountain to pray, and the soldiers beat them up badly. Badly.
That's so crazy.
It's,
wow.
Whatever we've got here, I guarantee somebody somewhere else has got it worse. So as bad as it is here, it's worse in other places.
Right.
So yeah. All relative,
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. So I, something I was thinking about today.
What's that?
One of the things I've noticed, maybe this is kind of obvious, but it just struck me today how much I love mothers. And the reason is we're in this season right now of just complete chaos, economically, politically, all of it, right?
Right.
And I look all around the city, and here's moms doing everything they can to normalize the Christmas season for their children and make them have an experience where they're not being impacted, or their impact of the world around them is minimalized. And I got this warm fuzzy in my heart about moms going, I just love moms. Moms, whether it's grandmoms, or moms with teenagers, or new moms with little ones, all the moms right now are just going the second mile, making sure that all of their children and children's children are enjoying this holiday season and trying to, present some sense of normalcy, consistency, tradition.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, I do actually.
I gotta tip my hats off to all you moms out there tonight. I'm really impressed by how much effort you're putting in seasons of crisis.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. It's
because it's not normal. There's nothing normal about anything that's in our lives right now, and yet here they are trying to create this little bubble, this little safe space, this little sort of, I don't
We
even
had to
know what
roll
you
with
want to
it this
call it,
year.
but
Yeah.
it's like this space, and I watch my
Yeah.
daughter doing it. My
Yeah.
daughter-in-law. I mean, it's just wonderful to see all these moms just trying to,
Yeah.
just go on and make sure that the holiday season still has joy and happiness,
Right.
family, and
Yeah. I told my son yesterday, I said, I can't send off your present until Saturday because I've got COVID. I do have it.
you do. So that got
I do.
confirmed, huh?
Yeah. I went Monday afternoon after we had our show, and I said, I'm not going to get it. I was like, but people were like, you should at least find out. And I was like, all right. And so I went and found out pretty quickly. I kind of knew from the
Right.
smell and the taste
Well,
thing.
the
I was
lack
like,
of smell,
yeah,
you mean?
lack of smell and taste still.
Yeah.
I was like,
So,
oh,
so we had typhoid Mary, and now we've got COVID Sandy.
COVID Sandy. She's out there. So I told him, I
Well, I'm
said,
sorry to hear that, but you seem like
yes.
you're in good spirits.
Yeah, it's been okay. I mean, I've had a couple rough days, fatigue.
Yeah.
Fatigue is like the thing. I had a headache and fatigue. That was probably the worst part of it. But everything else has been okay. And I've been pumping that, natural, vitamin D, zinc, all the things. Oh, when I forgot, Jason said, oi, oi, oi. Hi, Tom. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Tom is a new friend of mine from a group that I do live streaming. And so thank you for joining us. And he has his own show and everything too.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, every Thursday at 3:00, I call the Grand Dame, which is my mom, who is 93 years old, born in October of 1927.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
she's sequestered away in a nursing home up in Chicago, and I try to make it, as elderly people are, they like some routine. So I try to do it every Thursday at 3:00. I call mom and check in on her. And so we were talking today. It's just about life and dealing with crisis and change. And she was telling me a story about how she remembers during the Depression and even during the Second World War, where things were, people had stamps. The government gave you stamps. You to go buy things, and so she said she remembers her mom giving her 3 stamps, or they're like stamps, to go to the store to get toilet paper.
Wow. Yes.
Right. And so
yes, I remember this.
Walk up there, and then when she got up there, she had to fight through all the older women pushing her out of the way to all get to the toilet paper.
Oh my gosh.
Right. And so she brought up her, her 3 rolls, and, that's all they were allotted. But she said everything was like that, sugar, rubber, there were all these things, that were, that were rationed.
Yes.
And so she said, you know what, you just make do. And I was telling her, I said, one of the really, not sad, but I find missing right now is the one generation that could really guide us through what we're going through right now, who went through a depression, a world war, all these kind of things. Most of them are gone. Mom's like one of the, 94, they're the ones that can really bring wisdom and counsel and insight to so many young moms and dads. My grandfather, she's talking about how my grandfather, he remembers the day the market crashed. They told him to put his stuff in his desk and go home.
Wow.
He just got on the train and drove back to his house and just sat there going, what do I do now?
Right. Wow.
So, it's all, everything that we're in right now, we've been there before.
It's cyclical.
It's just an older generation, but they're so old, you know what I mean? That we're losing their person. We're not listening to them.
Well, it's funny. So the other day on Amazon, I decided to go look up survival guides because, how to survive off with no electricity,
Oh,
with
right.
nothing, what do you do? So I went and I was going to purchase one of those books, for the survivalist, just, to have it around in paperback. So I'm not dependent on anything digital, you
Mhm.
know. I think that it's important, and I think that we have lost that middle, those people, most of the people that could show us all of that are no longer around, like you're saying.
Or
And
there's
it
still probably what, 1% maybe of that
Yes.
generation's even left. I don't know
Yes.
what the actual numbers are, but it's gotta be in the single digits.
I mean,
Uh,
I know how to camp, so I was
mm.
like, "Well, I have I'm halfway there." I have
Well,
some briquettes and
so one of the
you know
things that we Americans are used to are choices, right?
Mhm.
With our economic prosperity has come the wealth to be able to have lots of options.
Right.
Mom reminded me that sometimes they had potato soup 3 nights in a row,
Yep.
right?
Did you ever
Grandma would
have
make a
and
pot of
excuse
chili, and you got
Yes.
chili
That's
3
right.
nights in a row. There wasn't an option. You didn't get to go out and have steak and
No.
lobster, you know?
Hey, did you ever have and shame on my language, but shit on
Uh-huh.
the shingles?
I've heard of it.
That's what we called it. It's
Yeah.
ground beef and beef broth
Mm,
and flour mixed in with potatoes, and that's
right.
all it is, and it's thinned out to stretch for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And my step grandmother, she used to make it for 20 people. I remember, like,
Mm,
there was 20 of us, that she was feeding. So she would have to make, 2 batches of it. But I think about that now and I'm like, "Oh, that's because it didn't cost her very much to
right.
make." And then you have, 2 loaves of bread and there's your food, you know? And that's what you did. You take it, you put the bread and you put it on top of the bread. And so I think about that, I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well,
But
one
you
of
don't
the
know it
things
as a kid. You're like, "Oh, this tastes good. This is good." You don't know that it's, you know,
Well,
because
one
you
of
don't
the
have
things that I've been trying to get people to think about for the last decade or so, not just from a state of soul, but just life itself, is there is a powerful freedom in simplicity. And one of the real paradoxes, I guess, of, again, our American culture, what's normal to us, that's driven by our economic prosperity, is the accumulation of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we Americans, our houses are filled with stuff, and so people then go buy a bigger house and then they fill that up with stuff because
Yeah.
there's a I can't what is it? There's a particular law about the fact that we will always fill up space. And so every time you get bigger, you get more. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just the way it works. But the problem with all that is the more you have, the more responsibility, the more time and effort it goes into taking care of your stuff. The other
Yes.
thing that happens with the accumulation of stuff is you're less mobile, you're less flexible, you're less dexterous, you're weighted down.
It's true.
And it seems we're in a season right now, and may continue to be in a season for quite a while, whereby being light on your feet and flexible may be an advantageous position to be in,
Yeah.
not only physically but
Yeah.
emotionally, spiritually, soulishly. I mean, it's just good for
Yes.
the soul. Keep it
Yes.
light.
Well, when I moved from Virginia to Kansas, I rented I got the smallest pod, the small, teeny little one. Couldn't believe it. In my 50 years, all my stuff fit in that one pod. Like,
Wow.
that shocked me, that I could fit all my things in that one little pod, considering over the years of accumulation. So I was really letting go of a lot of things. I was really, shedding myself of things. And I couldn't even tell you the things that I left behind, I couldn't even itemize them for you at this point. So for me, it was very freeing.
Mm.
But I've been here now for, 2 years. And now I'm bogged down with like rooms of things now. And I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, what happened to that gypsy-ish spirit that I had?
Yeah.
Now I do feel bogged down. Now I do feel like I'm tethered to things. So next, is going through them again and untethering, and like you're saying, I'm not really sure,
Well,
I guess I'll start selling stuff. I don't know.
in my book that I put out in February, one of the guys that that's really kind of spoken to me wrote a book called Amusing Ourselves to Death. And so not only are Americans overweighted with a vast accumulation of stuff that they don't actually need, we also, because of our technology, have created a world where we're entertained. And what's happened is we've become passive, right? When you remember this, I'm a little older than you are, but we weren't even allowed to watch television except for on Friday night, one show, Saturday night, two shows, and then The Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday. Our parents would not let us sit in front of TVs.
Right.
The TV was there to watch the news,
right,
and a few things. Now, we lived outside. We were, we built things. We had Lincoln Law. I mean, we had to play. We engaged, right? What's happened through our phone technology, our computers, our tablets, our big ginormous televisions. Now we sit back and flip a switch and it does all the work, and we just passively sit and listen and entertain. And Neil Postman was the guy that wrote the book. He warned about how that was going to impact the soul
right.
of America, what was going to happen. And it's why his title was Entertaining Ourselves to Death, that we would basically become so passive and abdicate, and to others, right, whether that be political, economic, entertainment, we would abdicate personal responsibility and let other people basically tell us what to do.
Oh gosh.
Well, we become passive.
There's Dr. Hi, Dr. B. He says, thank God you're not wearing orange.
It's not summertime.
It's been a minute. He hasn't wore orange in like 2 weeks or 3.
Dr. B is exposing his lack of following us.
I know. I wonder, does he have a top fan?
I haven't worn an orange shirt in probably 2 months.
Well, thank you, Dr. B, for praying for me about that untethering.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, Larry, it's making people lazy.
So
yeah.
One of the things that I keep asking people is whenever you go through a season like we're going through, where there's upheaval, it's a great time to kind of step back and reevaluate, right? And so, like, what are you reevaluating? What are the things that you're rethinking right now? I know some people feel very disillusioned right now, and so they're they're kind of bummed out. And I try to spin it and say, well, let's look at disillusionment from another angle.
Yes.
Right? Let's look at it from the angle that you discovered something that you thought was true wasn't necessarily true. Isn't that a good thing? Isn't there a lesson to be learned?
Exactly. That you believed in the illusion that you were fed in the first place. So you're only disillusioned because you were believing in something that wasn't true in the first place.
Well, right now people are disillusioned in all kinds of things. There's a massive disillusion in the geopolitical right?
Yeah. I don't even know. Like right now I'm like,
well, because of Twitter and all these other things. Now we're also disillusioned with our sports figures and our movie star people because they say stupid stuff. You know what I mean? God. And we're like, and so it's like there's this season right now.
You were my favorite. You were my favorite actor. Now you're saying this dumb stuff. Now I'm not going to watch you.
Right. So there's a lot of that going on right now, and people are just kind of
True.
like, wow. So there's a lot of disillusionment, but it's a good time to step back and go, huh, you know?
Well, it's a good time to throw that rock at the glass houses, right? It's time. It's a good time, and your own glass houses. I don't mean somebody else's. I mean your own. You know, right now is a great time to decide where you stand, what you stand for. You know, and it comes down to being like we're talking about untethering, making it simple. I mean, it all comes back to the one thing of our foundation, right?
Right.
It all comes back to that one foundation, which is our faith.
Mhm.
I mean, there's nothing else. Everything else is shifted. Everything else has been an earthquake. Nothing else has stood. And if that's the only thing you got, that's good enough, right? Like that
Well,
that
one of
hope
the
and that
things,
peace is right there. That's
yeah,
what's so
that's right.
amazing about that.
Well,
So,
one of the things, I mean, you know, with God, you
yeah,
know, He uses disillusionment sometimes to peel your fingers that off
yeah,
of things you're clutching onto,
exactly.
which aren't true. You
Right.
know, no pain, no
Exactly.
gain. So sometimes there's some pain in this whole thing. But here's what
It is.
here's something I'm trying to get people to think about. The reality of it is if you don't want to get swept up in the
Yes.
events that are happening, if you don't want to be controlled by events that are happening, then you got to figure out how to unplug,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, that can be
Exactly.
turn off the TV, get off the phone, don't listen to stuff. That could
Right.
be move out of the city, you know,
Right.
whatever. I'm just saying, you know, I keep hearing people talk. I don't see people doing anything.
Right.
And so
I
I'm like,
agree.
okay, I'm hearing you. So you're griping and you're complaining and you don't like all. So what are you doing?
Right.
Right. So
Well, right
what are
now,
you
Dr. B
preparing?
is the top fan.
How are you taking control over your life? Right.
That's right.
What are you doing?
You know what I'm doing? I'm quarantining.
No, you know, we all know is there's three parts of us, right? You got your body, your soul, and your spirit. So how are you taking those three parts of you and pulling the plug so that everyone else doesn't control your life?
That's right. That's right. I
I mean,
mean,
that's
they
a
don't
big question.
they don't have as much control over it in the first place. We give them a lot of space up here and we give them control up here, but they really don't have the control.
Right.
They do not. And they
Well,
control
one thing, so I tell people, you
aspects.
know, I mean, if you're, you know, I'm not a big Dave Ramsey. I don't listen to Dave Ramsey and a lot of people like that, but I
Yeah,
give you a
I do.
practical thing. Get out of debt,
Oh yeah.
right? One of the biggest things that keeps us plugged in
Oh
is
yeah.
debt, right?
Oh yeah.
Get out of debt.
Totally agree.
So if you got things, just get rid of them, because as long as you owe somebody money,
Yes.
they own you.
Yes. It's true.
So
It's
that's a
true.
practical thing. You know what I mean? There's practical things you can do, right? So you've got practical things you can do. You know, you're talking about your book and some other, you know, there's you know, read up, study, figure
Yep.
things out, come up with options. Look
Exactly.
at other things, right? Just
Exactly.
if you know, the problem we've got, and it's a human condition, and it's been there since the beginning of time. We tend to abdicate. See, part of the
Mhm.
reason everyone's frustrated right now is because we want those guys to take care of it for us.
Yeah.
And we do that at church, right? I see this all the time in the church world.
Yes.
That's why we hired the pastor. He does that stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We
Tell him
tithe,
how to do
he
it.
does
Right.
the stuff, right?
Yes.
We elect officials, they're doing this stuff. Well, then what happens is one, they don't do it the way we want it.
No, and they never do.
No.
No. But
But we abdicate. That's what I'm saying is we have this tendency to abdicate and expect other people to do it. And we're in a season right now where I think where God's coming along and creating a lot of disillusionment. and there's two roads in front of you. Continue to abdicate. If you go down that road,
Yes.
there's all kinds of people out there that are going to love to tell you what to do. They love
Yeah.
to tell you what to think, right? Or they love to tell you where to look, what to think, and how to interpret it. They'll
That's right.
do all of it for you, and you just line up and shake your head and say,
You say,
or you have to. There's the other road, which is independence, right?
right. More,
And
please.
having some control of your life. Well, that's a choice, but you got to make decisions to pull that off, right?
Right. Right.
You can't
You know-
stay on this path and expect those results.
Yeah. But I have to admit, I was a little mad that I didn't get a stimulus thing, but whatever.
Well, you might still.
I never did. I never got it.
You
Like,
never got one in the first.
no, never got one.
Why not?
Never. They can't tell
You
me
don't
why.
exist.
They don't tell me. They gave it to my ex. I don't know.
Oh,
Who knows? But there's something to that. Psychologically, I
well,
was
there's
ticked.
1.2 million people that were dead and got one. So what does that say?
Well, I was a little upset that I didn't get it at first. You know, I was like, well, come on, that's not fair. Not fair. But now I'm kind of glad, because then I didn't feel like I was obligated to anything. So I felt like I'm not obligated somehow. Somehow the obligation, I don't know.
Maybe-
Psychologically, I'm okay with it, because I'm like, then I didn't take anything from the government, you know?
Maybe you're not on the grid.
Huh?
Maybe you're not on the grid. You're not in the system.
Ooh, good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You exist.
No, I wish I could make.
maybe you can
He
be
said
one
you
of
make
those-
too much money. I wish,
live
Larry.
in the
I
shadows.
wish. No, they made an error, and then I tried to call them on it, and they still didn't fix it. So whatever, you know. I mean, I had to check myself on that, on the gratitude level, and I had to check myself on you know, my entitlement level. Like,
Mhm.
do I feel like an entitled person? Apparently I did. And
Mhm.
so I had to check myself. You know, it was a nice little practice for me. so I mean, I had to look at it like that. And what I did is I handed it over to God, and I said, if I'm supposed to get it, I'll get it. If I'm not supposed to get it, I won't get it. And then as soon as I did that, guess what happened?
What?
I started getting blessings of money from other sources.
Oh, wow.
So it was a good practice for me. It was a good lesson for me.
Okay.
It was kind of like, who am I relying on? Who am I leaning on?
Interesting.
So I looked at it a whole different way now. So if there's another round and I don't get it, I'll be like, don't worry, God's got it. He's got more money than everybody in the government. Thank you. So I'll get it another way, right? So
There you go.
that's it. You know, I had to count my blessings on that and really just go, I was a little angry at first, but now, like I said, now I've shifted my focus. So now if I shift my focus into God giving me the blessing and not the government, then that changes everything. It changes everything. That's just my little tip to you all.
There you go. The
Change
big
your
shift.
focus.
The big shift.
The big shift, you know? So, yeah, checks in the mail. Yeah. Amen. Thanks, Dr. B.
Mhm.
Checks in the mail. Yeah. Nope. It didn't come from the mail. That's the thing. So, I mean, I went every day waiting for that check in my mail. And I was like, ooh, you know, I mean, it really does challenge a lot of things of your thinking and who you are counting on and who you're leaning on. You know, from the very beginning, I guess I've had a different perspective, and God blessed me with this show. He's blessed me with different things and having that different perspective and different, you know, things along the way. I was like, wow, this was a huge year of learning.
Right.
You know, just when you think, oh, I've learned a lot. I think I know stuff. then he throws some stuff at you and he goes, you don't know anything. You think you know lots of things. You don't know anything. So
Yeah, I think for me, one of the things that always happens during
That's right.
seasons of crisis like this is I'm always brought back to being reminded that there's an eternal perspective. In other words, we get so caught up in this time and space, right? And forgetting the fact that this is a segment of eternity.
Yeah. A
And
segment. Yes.
and so what
I
happens
like that.
is that when
I like
that's one
that.
of the
Segment
things
of
where
eternity. I
I
like
talk
that.
about my hands, your fingers getting
Yeah.
peeled off. So you
Yeah.
go through these seasons and where things are disillusioning and your fingers get peeled off and you go, well, wait a minute. Does that really matter? Like in the
Doesn't.
scheme of things? And what's the scheme of things? What's the context? Well, the context is eternity,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, if there is no eternity, then it's dog eat dog and let's,
Yeah.
beat each other up and play king of the hill and
Well, yeah.
destroy
Well, they're
everybody
doing
out
it.
the way.
The audience is doing it right now. Look what they're doing. They're turning against me like really quickly. She took all our top fans away. She likes the diamonds for herself. Oh my goodness. Larry, we should match and demand our diamonds back March. See, they're like turning on
Revolution.
me quick,
You got a
man.
revolution on your hands.
I got a diamond revolution going on. What is happening?
They're going to send you to the guillotine.
Hey, I don't even have a diamond. I don't have a diamond. I'm not a top fan. We don't have diamonds next to our names, right, Bob? There's no diamonds up here.
You are a diamond, Sandy.
Aw, thanks. So are you. So is all of our guests.
So anyway, I think sometimes you go through these seasons where the whole issue of materialism, things that we have used for our whole life to give us comfort and feel secure and and all these things, and then these things suddenly get pulled away or they're suddenly very fragile and you're sort of taken back a little bit. But I think these are healthy seasons to go through to remind us. So
yeah look at this.
They're not
exactly the opposite of what you're talking about.
They're so preoccupied in their own little space.
There's no diamonds in baseball. Yes, there are. Aren't there baseball diamonds? Jason, there's diamonds. There's no crying in baseball, but there are diamonds. He's just kidding because that's his favorite sport. Please. But why are we not getting the top fan diamonds? Because you're not sharing my stream.
None of these guys have been reading my Facebook post because I've been talking about status and stuff and how
they're not even listening right now. You just said it.
Like they're fighting over status and stuff, which means zero in the kingdom of God. And here we are, we're seeing carnality displayed. The Apostle Paul, if he was here right now, he would be preaching a sermon. They're a walking sermon.
This is making me laugh so hard. Sorry.
That's fine.
Man, none of you have top diamonds. I don't get it. You guys are probably on my page watching this, not on Awakenings. That is why. Go to Awakenings. Used to be the good side.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to take shortcuts, go in through the side door, not get in line, do things proper, and then man, doesn't that sound like human nature?
It does.
I want to take shortcuts and be first.
You guys got to go to the Awakenings Within page and watch it, not my page. You don't get a diamond on my page because I don't give out diamonds.
Explain the rule.
You got to go on Awakenings Within page to watch, and then you'll be a top fan. And share it, and like it says over here, and share it.
That's right.
Yes, used to be the good side. They were just fighting over this. Why did you give Mike the top fan diamond? Oh, Michael's not even on here tonight, so
exactly, he's losing his status now.
I know
because Michael goes through to the right page. That's why Mikey gets the diamonds, and you cheaters that go to the wrong page.
Larry says that he's on my awakening page now. No diamonds. Oh my. Oh, I'm gonna have to rectify this diamond situation.
We're gonna have to talk.
You're all diamonds to me.
Oh, is diamonds? Is that a Facebook thing?
Huh?
Diamonds is that what Facebook does?
Facebook does it. If you're a top fan and you are if you're on it and you comment on somebody's page enough, you become a
Right.
top fan. And they ask you, would you like to accept this badge? Now, if you don't accept it at the time that they
Right.
ask you, then you don't get it. We
See,
see where we all right. Oh my goodness. They are turning on us quickly, Bob. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I know we're gonna have to talk to Facebook because otherwise they're gonna throw you
They're
out.
rebelling. They're rebelling.
Throw you to the mob, Marie Antoinette.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Sorry. I didn't do it. You're all diamonds to me, though.
Eat your diamonds is what Marie Antoinette said.
What'd she say?
Eat cake, but in your case, you said eat diamonds.
Eat diamonds. Yeah. See, they are just wow. Yeah, and there's no women on here tonight. That's all the guy brigade.
And that's why you're having what's going on because there's testosterone going on here.
The alpha.
Or
Who's got the alpha diamond?
I know this is a nice show, but if we were out camping, this would be a pissing contest.
It would be. And Bob is enabling me. You're an enabler. You're an enabler.
See, now they're turning on me.
Oh,
At you, Brute.
what are we gonna do?
See?
I don't know,
guys. And it's all about who's number one, top
exactly.
dog, who's the king of the hill.
I like Larry keeps on putting diamonds up there. I kind of like that blue diamond.
Oh, see now Larry's telling everyone you control the diamond.
She controls the setting for the diamonds.
Exactly.
It's a right. So you guys are falling for my plan. You're falling for my plan.
You know, you're like the Kimberley diamond mine in South Africa, you know, where the South Africans keep the diamonds off the market because there's so many of them, so the price goes up. So you're controlling the diamonds to keep the value up.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, it makes it more challenging. Men like to have a challenge.
That's true.
So if I gave it to you just freely, then it'd be no fun.
There you go.
So you guys have to have a challenge. You like to hunt.
Right. Figure it out.
Or you like to watch.
Sandy gave you the clues. Now
I did. We will share. See, I kept telling them the key. Share. Mm-hmm. It's Larry, me, and Jason. Listen, we will share. You guys are so funny tonight. Mm-hmm. I did want to have this couple, and I will schedule them. It's a couple. They're physicians.
Okay.
And they were medical missionaries over in China and in Africa. So in a couple weeks, I'm going to have them on here as soon as I don't have COVID and I can be around them. I'm actually going to bring them on.
Oh, do it from your place.
And they're in their 80s.
Oh.
And they are so amazing. The wisdom that they have is just been a blessing to me. So I get to hang out with them. I don't get to hang out with them this weekend because of the COVID. But we are going to have them on in a couple weeks, and they've both written books, and they're authors, and they have so many different stories. It's like we're going to have to like dial down on what we want them to talk about because they have so many stories that they can share. So I'm really excited about that.
All right.
He goes, "Oh, you have COVID? Bye. I'm ready." Now wait a minute. Didn't you as well sometime?
You know, Dr. B's on the COVID hotline, so he's insulted you didn't call him to get advice. You see,
he works. I'm sorry.
You see, he's a big shot expert on COVID.
Oh, I didn't know that, Dr. B. Send me your number. I'll go get some advice.
He talks every day to people across the country who need COVID information.
I need to know when I'm going to get my taste and smell back.
Come on,
that's what I need to know.
There you go.
How do I get it back? That's what I need to know.
Yep.
I've been trying to eat hot sauce and stuff like that. I've been like, hey, let's test it.
Okay.
You know?
To see if you're back yet?
Yeah.
The
Oh, look at
buds
that.
are
See,
back.
Larry put his mask on. Don't
Are my
worry.
buds back, or are they still like numb?
Huh?
Your buds,
No, they're gone.
they're
I
gone.
can't taste this coffee. I can't
We
taste
got a bunch of
anything.
numb buds.
Yeah. That's in 6 weeks' time. In 6 weeks? Dang, I should take advantage of it. Maybe I should be really skinny by then. Since I can't taste and smell, what's the point in eating anything? Like, what's the
There you
point?
go. No,
No.
I'm sort of that way down with these antibiotics. Every time I eat, I get sick, and I'm like,
Oh, no.
I lost my appetite.
Your coffee is wine, Sandy. Exactly. Just doesn't have the benefits of the wine. That's again, I'm not going to drink any wine because I don't want to waste it. Isn't that funny? Because I like the taste of it.
There
So
you go.
it's not
So
like
you could just eat oatmeal 3 times a day, and no sugar, no
ew.
honey, nothing. Well, it
That's
all tastes
true.
the same,
I
right?
don't have to have sugar in anything, do I?
No, it doesn't help. Doesn't do anything for you. That's right.
Well, I don't
No
put sugar in anything
seasonings
anyway.
or anything. No enhancements to your food.
I know. I'm craving
Bland.
pancakes.
Eat bland.
Pancakes. I
There
want
you go.
pancakes.
Eat just lots of salads.
Salad. Yeah, but I want pancakes. I don't know why I'm craving
Well,
them.
yeah, but I mean, if you can't, it's the
If I
syrup.
can't taste them,
Yeah, but
right.
it's the syrup. It's not the pancake. It's like nobody eats pancakes for pancake. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. There are probably a few
like
out there, but everyone eats pancakes for the syrup.
Yeah. Well, are we giving y'all any inspiration here? I hope you're getting
No,
some
we lost the
We lost them.
inmates. The inmates escaped.
as soon as they started fighting over diamonds.
That's it. We lost them. We lost.
Okay,
the
Larry,
show.
I don't know
It
what
went-
that is.
It went.
What? Oh, they're
completely out of
pancakes.
control.
I was like, what are those? They're
Flapjack.
pancakes. Flapjacks. Yeah, why do they call them flapjacks? You know a lot of things. See, now I'm making Larry hungry for pancakes. I put on my Facebook earlier that I was craving them, but if you stand up and eat them,
Monday morning, if we still do our show, I'm gonna have a big plate of pancakes.
are you? Oh, that's so
In
not
front of me with
nice.
lots of syrup and go, oh, Sandy, it tastes
man.
so good.
He says we want our diamonds.
I see. He's a revolt. He's gonna have a revolt. They
What in
revolted
the
on you.
world? As long as it is COVID free. Oh, the diamond? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. If it comes from me, I got COVID. So
Mhm.
so I had a lot of weird responses. You haven't gotten it yet, have you?
No, I don't know. I mean, I haven't had
Mhm.
anything that indicated that I have had it.
Well, I've had two different reactions. One, oh, it's not so bad, or I've had the, oh my gosh, I'm praying for you. It's not good. So I've had the polar opposites, and it's interesting on the reasonings behind that. Now, some I totally understand. I mean, I don't want to make light of it because the people that are kind of very concerned for me know people that have passed away from it. So I think that's the reason of the reaction. And then the other people that have already had it and kind of, went breezing through it, are the ones going, oh, you'll be okay. So you have these polar things, and no wonder why everybody's confused.
Well, it's, again, there's 99.4% that it's going to be a bump in the road, but there's that point whatever 6% that's deadly, and so it's like if you're a betting person, you can be very encouraged because there's a 99.4% chance that your person's going to recover. But we've all had those 0.4s.
Yes,
It's just been like, what?
Yeah, and
What?
it's been people that you didn't like. They didn't have. Some didn't have comorbidities. Some of
No.
them didn't. So, Dr. B said he tried to give it to you.
I know.
Did he try to give it to you?
He's an African. He's, it's communal. He thinks like we should share everything.
You should share. So he came over and he said, "Hey,
You're
listen,
my brother. If I have it, you should have it, right?"
I brought this on myself.
Yeah.
I did. I recall saying it. Speaking words are powerful. Words are very powerful. You have to be careful in your words, because I did actually say a couple weeks ago, some people around me got it. I didn't get it at the time. And I thought I would. And I even said out loud, oh man, I wish I would have got it along with you guys.
Right.
So I'd get it over with. And sure enough, boom, I allowed it. Like I just kind of opened the door, like creak, here it comes. Like it's almost like I just summoned it to come, and I know where I got it too.
Mm-hmm.
So I know when I got it. I know where I got it and when.
Mm-hmm.
But that was me even speaking that out too, that if I was going to get it, I was going to get it at this place. And sure enough, I did. So it's almost like the power of your words. You have to be very careful and what you speak, positive or negative. You just have to be very careful. I am kind of, again, I mean, I hate to say that I'm glad I have it, but I kind of am. I'm kind of glad it's kind of over with. Like, it's like, okay, now I've gotten it. Now I know what my body does. My immune system works. It's working. So I'm good. So
there you go.
That's all you can do. That's all you can hope for.
Good, according to Sandy.
Yes. So be positive. That's all I have to say. Let's see. Listen to Jason. Well, if your words are that powerful, then use your words to open the international borders. My words are not that positive. That they're not that powerful. They're powerful in my own life and my own stuff. I don't know. So, well, we love you too, Dr. B, even though you guys fought over diamonds tonight. I'm going to have some kind of get together when we're allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And you can imagine what's going to be around for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to have some diamonds.
All right.
I think I'm going to have some diamonds around. So you guys are our diamonds. Thank you guys.
All righty.
Just give our diamonds back. But yeah, it's already 7:30.
It is.
So thank you guys. And they still want their diamonds. I'll go find some.
But you guys can stay on and have a diamond fight.
I got to harvest that. I'll go harvest some. But anyway, we're going to come back on Monday, right? Monday morning coffee chat.
I'm planning on it.
And I would love to talk about Christmas.
Okay.
I would love to talk about the story of Christmas.
Oh yeah, Christmas is next week, and the next
Friday
is a week from tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeesh.
Yes.
Okay.
I would love to talk about Jesus. So
all right.
Please join us on Monday.
The Thursday, the 24th is a Thursday, so we're not going to do Christmas. Yeah, because like who wants to listen to us on Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Really?
We're not going to be yeah.
Well,
you don't want to hear me sing Silent Night.
If you had diamonds to give out, then everybody be tuning in.
Give us diamonds before you go.
Our last show for the year.
Huh?
Is Monday our last show for the year?
Well, is it?
I don't know. Are we gonna do another?
No, we can have one more.
Okay.
We can have one more if you're up for it.
All right.
We can have our coffee chat, but
all right.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thursday nights till next year.
Yeah. Huh?
No more Thursday nights till next year.
Yeah. This is our last Thursday night for the year.
We had a diamond war, so that'll be a memorable. What do you remember about 2020? We had a diamond war on our show at the end of the year. It got violent.
Jason said he'd listen to us on Christmas Eve. That's nice.
Well, I got to roll, Sandy. So all
right. Bye. Thank you guys. Take care, everyone. Peace out.